Yeah. Welcome. We've got a update on Streamlabs, so I just want to check and make sure all my docs are working, and then we gotta wait for Twitch to decide that I'm going live, so I can make sure all of my sounds are porting over. And that takes a minute. But hi, hello. No stream over the weekend or yesterday because I am a tired Zia and I had shit to do. I'm also adjusting the meds and all that good stuff. You guys know all about the stuff. But anyway, we're going to do some Rimworld today. I'm going to get my stream manager. Hi, GK. We got GK both in chat and on voice if he wants to chat. He's very shy. That's okay. He doesn't have to talk, but when he does, I always appreciate it because I love my bro. But we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to somebody that I've been talking to on our YouTubes. They're going through and they're watching every episode. Not only are they watching every episode, but they're giving me comments with timestamps. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, damn. Their name is Windevil1. Windevil1, thank you for all of the interactions on YouTube. I love it. Thank you for enjoying my content, and I love you too. Keep watching. We're going to go ahead and play today. Hopefully we'll get to the menagerie. One can hope. We're going to go ahead and load our game. And the title of this stream is What's Next? Because we got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of series that are in the works, but nothing is hardcore planned out yet because I'm streaming people. D&D, I've got 2. Guild Wars, I've got 1. Core Keeper, I've got 1. And then I'm trying to figure out how we can do a DayZ stream, and I would like for my bro Chacho to be part of that as well, even if he is a little shy. So I got to figure out what maps we're doing, when we're going to plan it, what days we can do it, because I have to work around everybody's work schedules except mine. I'm still unemployed. Someone needs to hire me. I is a good worker. She worked hard for the money. I am. It's Florida's slow season. I get that. And I'm fine. Don't worry about your girl. I'm fine financially. Not only do I have an excellent fucking support system between my mom, my brother, my sister, my other sister, my nibblings. But I also had a little bit of it back. So don't you worry about a CL. I'll be fine. But we're also going to go ahead and get into this because I want to play. What have I been doing instead of... I've been playing Guild Wars 2. I've been playing Guild Wars 2. I didn't think I'd like it. For years, I shit on it because I did not like the storyline. Come to find out, with every other game I've tried and tried again, it all depends on who you're playing with. It makes a huge fucking difference. GK and Cages helping me through DayZ was fucking amazing. Because I was good at my bro Chacha. My bro Chacha helps me a lot with the Rimworld series that you guys don't see. Because I go, every question I have, every design, I immediately go to my brother. And I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And we'll have long form discussions about, just the game. We were talking the other day about what kind of upgrades or updates or DLCs that we want to see coming up. And we're going to get into that too, because that's part of what's next. Because there should be a DLC dropping around October. And if there is, I'm not touching my game file. I cannot lose this run. I am... You guys look and see that it's year 51. We should roll over into year 52 today. And you look and say, see, that's not close to the... What you don't understand is that, yes, it is very close to the end. Because now we have a couple of goals, a couple of shit, to do at the last 10 years. But we're going to fly through ship launch. We're going to fly through getting the Beerus done. We're going to fly through collecting animals because of the way I've set everything up. So it really is now hitting all the goals and then making my additional goals, the things that I want to do with this colonies, plural, a reality. There's still so much that I want to get done. There's so much that I have planned for the Beerus. There's so much I have planned for the Odyssey ending. And then the last 10 years are going to be the most redonkulous challenges I can possibly think of. Because how do you cap off a colony that's 90 years old by being absolutely fucking silly with it? Keep. Not destroy my base at difficulty 500, Silly, we're not going that far. Because I can guarantee you, the second I turn this up to 500, these bases are gone. Wiped off the face of the planet. There's not enough security infrastructure to keep this bitch safe. No. Yeah, I'm not playing this for the difficulty. I'm playing it for the timed challenge. Also, we have a mech hive dropped on top of my head. Oh, nowhere. Jump to look at. Oh, no. Oh no. How will I ever survive? I'm very sorry. The sarcasm is sharp today. I did a thing over the we'll talk about it in just a minute as soon as I get Zan up and running. Come on, buddy. We gotta get you drafted. But yeah. We'll go ahead and set his guys to escorte. And that should be within range of this dude. And then we're going to put them to work. There we go. Hostage and captain are like, fuck it. Dan's got it. We don't have to worry about shit. But it's also good to know that campsites don't have natural ore spawn. It's very good to know. And now that I know... And I forgot to get me tea. Fuck. Forgot to get me tea. How can I forget the bitch basic stuff of streaming? Because I've been up since 10 o'clock. I slept in today. Gets into the what I did over the weekend. And the only reason why I didn't stream, because it was like past midnight before I started. And I tend to get exceptionally silly when I'm tired. And I cleared like 9 or 10 Canthan Vanquishes in Guild Wars 1. Now, I really did want to get that all on camera, but to make sure that me and Cages had the same stuff, because he can't play the way he could before it got fucking hotter as a motherfucker. So that's the thing. That series is coming back. Hopefully sometime in this week we'll go in and get everything done. I may have another overnight over the weekend. I don't know yet. This is what's next kind of thing. I do believe I am making pemmican and pemmican only. And let's go ahead and get some coolers in here. That temperature is going to start being way too fucking hot. Go ahead and get 12. And I don't think I can make pemmican here. Can I? No, I didn't think so. But we can ash. Oh, it's already done. Look at me go. Alright, then we're going to close that. We're also going to close that as soon as these are done. I should bring the ambient temperature down soon. I also want to put this rice field on no sow. So that way we know when we're ready to go. I think we should only have the one more. Why are you guys making simple meals when I told you to make pemmican? I make pemmican here and nope, just kibble. Bills. Oh, okay, so we got 10 simple meals rolling and the rest are pemmican. Gotcha. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close that door too. And we might as well put in some more coolers up here as well, just to help keep things a little bit. Just a little bit cooler. Just a smidge. Dang my nose. But of all the plans I've got rolling, the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably the Daisy. I'm hoping to make it a small, short, maybe a 5 or 6 episode series. One, you guys are going to get a hilarious fucking giggle because I am barely competent at the game. Okay? I can shoot, I can reload, I can kill zombies now with minimum deaths. But that's the thing. And then we've got Rimworld at least 3 or 4 days a week, which is going great. And I did get the episode up on Steam. I think that's where all the influx for the people coming onto my YouTube is. And I appreciate every single fucking one of you guys. Please note, this series is not intended for children. If you are under the age of 16 and the word fuck will send your parents into paroxysms of fucking delirium, please get off my stream. Please don't watch my YouTube videos. Go watch. I have great recommendations. Paul Soares Jr., if you want to listen to somebody that has a really, really good sense of humor and excellent dad jokes. Go watch Radamant, who's actually very PG friendly. That's GK. 10 stream streak for the GKs, yes. Go watch Radamant. Or go watch Pete Complete. Both of those are very child friendly. If you like Rimworld, want to know, Quill 18 has a great run of beginner videos. Ambiguous Amphibian is kind of for being child safe, but they're great if you're another adult that wants extremely good content. Beautiful man, and the accent is just fucking lovely. But no, this series is not meant for children. This series is meant for people like me, who are adults that love video games and sometimes committing war crimes. It's fine. You know, despite what they told us in the 80s and 90s, we are not all Satanists. We didn't all go out and kill people. So the whole hysteria over video games needs to be dropped. Also, the concept that video games are for children also needs to be dropped as well. Because if you look at the majority of people that are, yes, kids are getting into it. Do you know why kids are getting into video games? My fault. My fault, and people like me that share their passions with their young ones. If you've ever sat with a kid in your lap while you played a video game, if you ever gave them a purposely unplugged controller just so they could sit with you and be with you while you played. If you've ever spent, oh God, I gotta take my glasses off for this and put my head in my hands and rub the bridge of my nose, because if anybody has ever experienced this too, I'm just telling you guys that you're in good company, okay? If you've ever had to completely wipe your computer because one of your little ones decided that they wanted the free Roblox, infected your entire system with malware and viruses, and compromised not only the email you've had since you were 15 fucking years old, but also leaked all of your data and information, including your banking information online, and had to go through every bit of that because the nibbling saw a thing and clicked it. You're in good company. But that's also why you have so many kids that are into video games, because you have people like me who like to share what we're interested in with the kiddos. My nibblings now could probably put together a costume from nothing, because they've helped me do it. They've seen me do it. We used to patch together costumes just to go outside and play superheroes. It's one of those things where the children in your life pick up a lot more than you think they do. They're not idiots. They're not stupid. They're small, very small, very small, very fragile, they could choke to death in their sleep kind of existential crises, but they're also people. They begin as people. They stay as people, and everything that you do and say around them and everything that you teach them or show them, they learn that shit. Just saying. There are some people that never did break their generational trauma. There's people like us in our generation now that know that shit ain't right. And we're going to get to this back right. I had to do a thing because it's important. But video games are not just for children anymore. They never really have been. Because video games were made for us. We were the first gen to go through and get shit done. We were the first gen to go through where you can't... There is no save points. There are no... we were the first gen for all of it. And of course we're going to teach our kids to do what we love to do, because that's how you communicate with little ones. You say, hey, there's this neat thing that I want you to see, or hey, let's go look at this. All three of my nibblings can work on their own vehicles and cars and ATVs. Why? Because my dad and I taught them that messing around with cars was normal. That fixing your own shit was the way to do stuff. We didn't just throw it away, we fixed it. If it couldn't be fixed, or technically, if my dad could not jury rig it to where it would work, then we would not go out and buy something new. We would go out and find something used. Case in point. Oh, okay. All right. So, if you guys have never had to go, my dad would generously be called a hoarder. Okay, it's just the way he was, it's the way he felt safe. No judgment on my part at all, because until you've lived with somebody that's like that, you just don't know. So just trust me when I say he was a good person that had a lot of issues that he just never worked out. As human, we all do that shit to some point or another. But he grew up dirt poor. Like, dirt poor. Hand-me-downs. They didn't have electricity. The whole fucking 9 yards for a good bit of his childhood. Right? So he was one of those guys that could fix anything. If he couldn't fix it, he would go and find something on the side of the road to fix. One good case in point, our water heater went out one year. And he tried to fix it. Tried to find the coral for it. Well, he couldn't fix it. We couldn't do nothing. So, instead of going and buying a new one, we went hunting. We'd been without hot water for about 2 weeks, which is nothing unusual. If you guys have ever grown up in situations where sometimes the power would be turned off, or sometimes something would break and nobody would have the money to fix it, you guys are my people. You are welcome. If you haven't been through any of that, you're still welcome. But those people that have been through that shit, we've been through the hardships of, getting up for school, taking cold ass showers because there was no other choice and there was no way and hell you were going to school or work being dirty. So me and my dad went hunting. My dad always had a map of whatever city that we were living in. He would never show it to anybody. But he always had a map. And he would, as very OCD as he would mark off different sections, and he would go in and do a section a day. He was disabled. He was very sick. One of the first people that ever have chronic fatigue syndrome. And he was just one of those people that, if he couldn't fix it, he'll find another way around. So we went hunting. We went sector by sector, usually in the higher end areas, because people would just replace shit and throw shit away. So we were without hot water for, I'd say, about 2 weeks. And we would go hunting first thing in the morning before work, or the last thing at night, right there before trash day. So we would go hunting. And we found a business that had set out a water heater on the side of the road. Do you think we had a truck? I had my blueberry death trap, and I'll tell you guys about that in a minute, because I don't think I've ever talked about blueberry. But I had my blueberry death trap So what we did, we laid the seats down and we rigged a rope pulley system to keep it secured in the back of the open trunk. And we also went back at night, so that way nobody would see us. You know, it was on the side of the road, but my dad was super paranoid. And we got it home. We cleaned it up. We drained it. And my dad put it in. And then we had hot water. But he would never go buy anything. I do believe that he is flipping over in his urn right now because I paid somebody to change my oil twice on my new car. Why? Because I can. I'm old. I'm tired. I'm not as spry as I used to be. I have no tools for it. And I'm just fucking tired. So I paid somebody to change my oil for me. My dad's probably going like, I didn't raise that girl like that. But it's one of those things that it's really funny to me because, you know, of course, you know, when you live it. But that's our kind of people. So the kids learned the same habits. Fortunately, nobody got the hoarding. So that's excellent. But we all learned that sometimes, you know, it's better to fix the things that you already have. If you can't fix the thing, had another neck. Nice. If you can't fix the things you have, go find things that you can repair. And if you can't repair it, and you can't find anything, then and only then is it okay to buy stuff. My blueberry death trap is a very good representation of that fact because I got it for $900 and it's just Oops, Dan. Good deal. I didn't realize there was another mech out there. Perfect. She was a 1982 Buick Century. She was a year younger than me. And the reason why her name was Blueberry Death Trap is because she was a literal death trap. Nothing worked. Nothing worked in that car. Not the electric windows that were highfalutin when it was first done. Not the radio. Not the headlights. The only thing I had that did work, blinkers and turn signals. The battery would come undone sometimes when you're just rolling down the road. The car would go to a stop. I have to pull over, pop the hood, reattach the battery connectors, and continue on my merry way. Every once in a while, she would just refuse to start. Start her completely fine. I changed it myself. It just every once in a while, she would just refuse to start. Out of nowhere. Just started fine, fuel line fine, everything fine, just refused to start. The seats looked like somebody had been murdered on them and or a cat had used it for a pillow. There was no carpet in it, just bare metal floors. Emergency brakes didn't work. It had no rear view mirror, and every time I attached one of the thingies that was supposed to... Where's that Met Panther at? Do I have to worry? Absolutely not. I do not have to worry. Every single time I put one of those sticker ones on there, it would fall off. I tried super gluing it on. Didn't stick. We tried epoxy. Me and my dad, both. We tried epoxy. Get it? It fall off. We'd scrape it off. We'd try again. It'd stay on for a day or two and then immediately fall off. She had no shocks. The axles were so fucky that when you would go down the road, it sounded like you were being followed by a beatbox posse because all of the thumps and scrapes made us pretty sick fucking groove. The muffler fell off 4 times. I bondoed that shit together. Personally. Still fell off 4 times. 4. Hood flew up one day. Middle of going down the road, 35. Hood just whoop. Seat belts didn't work. Windshield wipers hardly worked. Every once in a while they come up. But it really didn't matter because the windows wouldn't roll up. I had towels in the damn thing for windows. One of my favorite cars I have ever owned. She had the personality of a grumpy fucking cat whose only reason why they didn't ever finally destroy you is because you fed it adequately enough. That personality in an old, tired, rundown car. And I loved every fucking inch of her. Every rusted spot, every dent, every flaw. There was just something... Oh. How do you put a fond walking disaster, or technically a fond running disaster? Because she never did fail me when I was in danger. Every time I needed to go somewhere, it was fine. Every time I was just like, she never blew a tire out on me. Had a couple of flats, but always while she was parked. And I had her for years. Hot, sweaty, hot in the summer, fucking freezing cold in winter. Because of course the heat and air conditioner didn't work in it either. I mean, why would anybody suspect that the death contraption, that it would actually work? No. But it was one of my favorite cars that I've ever owned. She had so much fuck off energy. I got pulled over in her once. One of my brake lights had went out. No. I was going home and the headlights didn't work. And it was right there before dark. And the police officer pulled me over. He said, you're supposed to have your headlights on an hour before sunset. And I said, sir, that's why I'm trying to get home so fast, because I know my headlights don't work. It's something electrical. I've tried to fix it. And everybody, Moultrie is a very small town. Everybody knows everybody. And fat white chick normally does not drive a busted Buick Century. Okay, so every police officer knew who I was. They knew who I was, one, because we were the only white family in a 16-block radius where we lived. That's not being racist, that's being factual. We lived in the hood. Mostly we were left alone because most people thought my dad was very useful. My dad would go and help anybody that needed help. And then we didn't cause any trouble. Our dogs were relatively well behaved. We didn't make any fuss. We helped out where we could. And my dad was very helpful. He'd go, he fixed people's shit, and he wouldn't charge them an arm and a leg for it either. He was very reasonable, too reasonable with his rates. Sometimes he would do the work for free if he knew that people needed it. But everybody knew, so the police was like, yeah, go, just make sure you get it fixed or stay off the roads. I said, yes, sir, I'm doing my best. And he must have been a new cop, because when I went to go pull in to Forest Hills, which is the area I lived in, he kept following me. And you parked on the streets, because not a lot of the houses, our house didn't have a driveway, so you had to park on the side of the road. So I parked and got out, and he came up behind me again. And he's like, well, why are you here? I said, sir, I live here. I'm home. Hi, Rosie. I talked to my dog through the gate. I said, I've got a key to the gate if you want to watch me go in. And he said, sure. And I unlocked the gate, went in, locked the gate back, waved. And so last time I saw that police officer, I wonder what he said when he got back to the precinct. Because I'd been stopped just a few times in the Blueberry Death Trap because they just wanted to let me know that, one, my muffler had fallen off and was sparking behind my car, and I couldn't hear it because I had my headset in, and the lights. And I think it was one time the guy says that I didn't have my seatbelt on. I did technically have my seatbelt on, but it wasn't latched. I I so if you guys have ever been in an old car, you know that the seat belts, the ones that are on the thing, there's a metal piece that gets hot as fuck, and somewhere it's not plastic. It doesn't have the little. It's got a push button on the inside of it, but it's not made of plastic in the red. It's flat silver. It's a simple clip release. It didn't work. None of my seatbelts worked. So I had I had a carabiner threaded through the hole of the seatbelt, and then I would clip the carabiner around the cloth part underneath the metal part where it connected. And the officer came up. He said, I pulled you over because I didn't see your seatbelt. And I said, sir, I am wearing my seatbelt. And he said, I can see that. Sorry about that. Please move along. And he said, are you sure you just didn't buckle that up? I said, sir, it takes a minute and a half for me to do and undo the seatbelt. He said, what? So I said, if you'll come on the other side, I'll show you. And he's like, that's not going to protect you in a wreck. And I said, yes, sir, I know that. That's why I'm going 35 miles an hour. And I don't take this thing except to work and back home. And he said, get it fixed. I said, yes, sir. And I just went on my way. But the fact that it was a thing. But that was one of my favorite cars. And she just had so much, people say cars can't have personalities. I vehemently, what is word? One of those words is correct. I disagree with that. Because every car, Precious, my Elantra, is a gem. I love her so much. But she's also one of the only cars that I've ever bought from a lot. It's also one of the only cars that I've never actually, did from scratch and all that stuff. I have never had a car like that before, where you didn't have to do anything but get in it and go. It's like flying in a spaceship after you've been in manual cars and all that. So none of my cars had the funky camera, the actual displays or anything. It's just, she was one of my favorite cars ever, and it's hilarious because she really was not drivable, body wise and everything else wise. The only reason why I got rid of her is that the transmission started going, and an 82 transmission is extremely hard to find. I would have had to change the motor mounts, transmission, drivetrain assembly, the whole fucking 9 yards, and I just didn't have the money for it. So my friends helped me get my car, truck, SUV thing, and that was the last car me and my dad fixed up for me. And I almost hated, I did hate getting rid of it a little bit, but I'm very glad I did because I love my Elantra. But if I ever get the chance to get any real money, if I ever get the chance to be in a position where I can go and find something, I think that I would really like to get another 1982 Buick Century and fix it up the way I should have fixed up my Blueberry Death Trap when I got her the first time. Joker purple paint, lime green interior, and all the sparkles you could imagine on the damn thing. Life goals. A little bit of what's next to us. I think that'd be awesome. I know my bro Chacho keeps talking about a station wagon he had for a little while, and I remember that station wagon. That thing would go forever. Forever. And then they got a new one, and it crapped out in 2 years. I mean, it's really funny. But the children of my life, and that's direct relations and all my nieces and nephews from different places and extra cousins. I mean, they all knew, you know, what we liked and how to do things because we showed them. Now, did I learn any like female skills? Fuck no. Fuck no. But I am one of the very few people I've ever come across that can diagnose, tear down, fix, reinstall just about anything. See spark plugs? No. That's out of the range of my expertise. But anything short of that, I won a bet in college at 18. It was the cheapest car I've ever owned. Cost me $200 to get it and less than $100 to keep it running that whole time. Yeah, the station wagon, it had it. We have really bad luck with air conditioners in some of the beater cars we've had. I remember it, but it had heat as gas. Yeah. Wasn't that one a manual? Ooh, focus trader. You want this, and then I've got to get my guys to sleep. And I wanted to look at one of the quests I had. Surveying operation is so, yeah. Yep. We may take my singing pages and do that while we've got all this up and running. We'll see. Got to break up Darwin and Sorsha. That's a shame. It was automatic, but it felt like a it felt like a manual when it shifted. Yeah, I know that feeling. All right, so it's not there, so that means that's home. So we can go for broke Xander. Good trade, baby. All right, and then my singing pages needs Death Rusties, so let's go ahead and put them down. Wicked, GK, and we'll set them to auto wake if I haven't already. Got some pilgrims coming. What are you guys checking out? Tooth's Remembrance or... Oh, we'll have to look in a minute. Let's grab a husky male just because we can. I don't think I need any meat over here. We're doing great on that. We're down. That doesn't count my whole thing though, so we're fine there. Nature meat, advanced components. Plain leather. All the medicine. We got plenty of smoke leaf to sell if we need to. Graphite panels will grab the extra ones. Grab some extra dye. I'm so sorry about the yawn. Ignore that, it came from nowhere. I really am too old to be doing all-nighters anymore, but fuck if that wasn't fun. Just staying up all night, talking shit with friends, and just being super silly. It was amazing. Some extra wood. Sell our busted gear. As a matter of fact, I probably need to sell all this junk, but we'll do that another time. So I really do need to get in here and sort out what's useful and what's not. And take another look at my tailoring menus. Because I'm still overproducing clothing. And I know there's a way to fix that. But everything that I tried. Because I did the 1 per. And then I've got, do 1 if you don't have anything under a certain amount. And then they're supposed to be taking everything off at 62. 2073. Let's go ahead and do this, and we'll take a look at that chat. Yeah, taxes on that car cost more than the car did. Probably for the damn life of the car too, because those are. But if I get a choice, if I get a chance to where I'm set, and I can. Not have to worry about cost or anything. I really would like to get another 82 Buick Century and just fix it up the way it was supposed to be. They are looking at tooths from Rimworld, which is awesome. Yeah, for the life of it, yeah. Joker purple on the outside, lime green on the inside. And that thing had trunk space for fucking days, too. Days and days and days. Alright, you're set to auto wake. That means my other singing phages also need a nap time. So we're going to do... Take out their social. 100 and 100. Beautiful. So we're going to go Ryan first. Alright, start Death Rust. And then a Lulu. Start Death Rust. And we need a cap for her, an authority cap. Make authority cap. Do until you have 1. Okay. I gotta make sure Ryan's set to auto week too. We're also going to name our transport ships today, which is really good because we're going to take a look and we're going to get a list from Gemini and we're going to go through all of them and we're going to see which ones we like the best. I did put out that you guys could put down your favorite cars, but nobody's responded to that in chat, so it's fine. We will name these as we go. Let me check on these guys. Looks like we're almost ready to hit the road again. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Alright, Zan, baby. No, you're doing that. Let's go ahead and go here. You're going to need to get pretty close, too. I'm going to turn you guys on escort. Should be close enough. I'm going to put you to work. Time dilation on the game. We're still getting some time dilation, but that's perfectly normal considering that, you know, we've got a fucking enormous metric fuck ton of everything going on, so that's normal. Put these guys back to escort. Let's all sit to hull urgently. And then dormant self-recharge. And then you can undraft. Good job, buddy. Doing great. So let's see. Are those at 82% grown? So we're going to go ahead and harvest. Harvest. I think I did harvest fully grown last time. Get those done. And then we are working through a good bit of meat here, and it's running at a good 62 and a good 62 in there. So I should be able to add another thingy. What was that in the hallway? Everybody okay? I'm gonna check. It's dog. It's Stinky Dog. All right, we're gonna put one there. And let's put another one there. And we're going to do some more of these while we got a hot minute. Alright, do I have all the wildlife is already done? Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start uninstalling stuff. Those can go. Alright, we're going to look at the bills on this. And copy. And paste thumbs. And paste thumbs. And that should be... How much pemmican do we have? Look at that! Now we don't have to worry about food again for a bit. So we'll get to naming our fleet just as soon as we're done with getting everything completed here. The uninstall and everything won't take too long, and we'll get all this hauled in. I think they'll haul it immediately because we really don't have anything else going on. I would like to harvest the berry bushes just because we can. They're just the fully grown ones. And I am just so stoked. There are sometimes that I like to talk about, who I am and where I come from, and what my whole philosophies are on things, because it's something easy for me to talk to, and I talk to you guys the same way I would talk to everybody else. Trust me, I do not put up a front. So me talking now is how I talk when I'm not on stream. It's not how I talk at work. I have a very professional customer service voice. I don't use it on here because, one, it's an affectation, and two, it's fucking hard to keep remembering to do shit. Like, when I'm in a work environment, perfectly fine. I have great de-escalation skills. Very personable. People that are looking to hire me, take notes. I have a great customer service voice. I'm very personable. I'm extremely funny to be around because I will make jokes out of just about everything, and I don't do that to hurt people. I do it to joke with people. That's a big difference. But I just like to talk. And so streaming was, a no-brainer. That's also why I'm not very... Now, if the camera would be on, I may be nervous, but evidently the meds the doctors have got me on are just the right combination, because my anxiety levels have been the lowest they've been in my entire life. Like, that sound in there. Even 2 months ago, I would have immediately got up and go and checked on my people, make sure they're okay. Now I can sit down, listen, and make sure there's nobody screaming in the background. So it's one of those things, small little changes that are making a huge fucking difference. And then the ADHD diagnosis, it's also given me a lot of calm about how I've been my whole life. My first therapist said I didn't need a label on it because then I would tuck everything into that label. It's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm looking at things from when I was smaller and when I was littler and when I was, just learning how to be an actual person, which admittedly took till about 35-ish. But I mean, hey, I'm a late bloomer, okay? And it's one of those things where I'm looking back and I can go, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's what happened there. And it's no longer me looking back and calling myself names. It's me looking back going, okay, that's why. Which is all basically anybody ever wants to know is, we want to know why shit happens. We're a curious bunch of folks. We want to know why shit happens. And it made it a whole lot less it makes it a whole lot less anxiety inducing and a whole lot more understandable. I can look at a lot of that and go, okay, that tracks. I understand that. I get it. Which is, hard. Especially like when you're a young adult and a kid, and I asked my mom, after my diagnosis, I'm like, Mom, you must have noticed why she said, baby, it just didn't work like that back then. It just didn't work like that back then. Which is, a lot of people might say my mom's making excuses. She's not. She's that's just the way that not only she was raised, but how people before her were raised and how people before them were raised. It's not a blame situation here. I just wanted to know. Yeah, they knew something was off with me, but in the long run of things, it wasn't something that had to be dealt with. I was very good at self-regulation, and I was very good at certain things, but I was very bad at a lot of other things too. But I'm over being pissy about it, but it's a good thing to put out there because, even just a simple, oh, hey, I see you. I see that. I understand that. What if we did this? Or what if we did that? Or, just a simple confirmation to the people that you have in your life that are like, because growing up, I was always the gifted one. Okay. That's just what everybody said. Oh, she's so talented. She's so gifted. But I didn't have a focus point other than the stuff that I wanted to do. It's the ADHD. I also had a hard time doing what people told me to because of the authority disorder shit that goes through that. Mine is very mild because, be honest, most of it got beat out of me when I was little. There's a term for that. I can't remember what it was, but it's one of those things where you can take a look back and go, okay, I get it. I finally have a name. I finally have a reason for this, because I was always the gifted one. I was always the talented one. I was always the one that could do anything. And then I couldn't turn in my homework. I couldn't do it. I knew I had to do it. I wanted to do it. But every time I went to go do it, my brain just shut off. Executive dysfunction. Tests. I would breeze through tests. If I read something, it's mine. If you teach me something, it's mine. My brain is like a really funky filing cabinet, okay? Really funky, really weird filing cabinet that just goes, oh, hey, this thing relates to this thing, relates to this thing. And I can go, oh, okay, let me pull open that drawer. Here is the encyclopedic knowledge on this topic that I have that I should not have, but I have because for some reason I needed to know it. My dyslexia, my bad handwriting, everything can be correlated to a symptom of the type of ADHD I have. And I'm already over how pissy I was because I can't go back and change the way things happened. But what I can do is enjoy the fucking laser pinpoint goddess fucking attention levels I have now. I don't have to sit there and argue with myself to do basic, simple tasks. Or even hard tasks. Stuff that I would have put off before, I do immediately. It's amazing and wonderful and great. And if you even think that you might have something related to that, and you've been called gifted, and then you can't get shit done, you're really excited for something, and all of a sudden when it's time to perform, like on stage or something, you completely close up. If you're fantastic in small groups but can't stand to be around crowds, and your threat assessment goes from 0 to 1,000, go talk to somebody. It does not have to be a medical professional. If you think like my sister thought that I was going to do a grippy sock vacation for being honest with my therapist, it's fine. Even my friends call me a little insane, which is true. I get ridiculously caught up in shit like talking on a subject for 35 fucking minutes or getting stuck in a video game because I have stupid little silly goals and rules that I want to do. Talk to somebody. Don't let it sit there and eat you up from the inside. There's no point talk to your people. It doesn't have to be a professional. It doesn't even have to be anybody in a professional setting. It doesn't have to be anybody in a non-professional. It doesn't have to be anybody you don't want to talk to. Get one person that you trust. More if you have more of them. But get one person that you can go to and be honest with, that you know will sit there and go, you know what? That fucking sucks. I still love you anyway. And if you don't have a person like that, motherfucker, I've got 2 channels. All of my information is online. And if you need to talk to somebody in person, bitch, I got a fucking phone. Nobody should feel like you can't talk. Especially if something's eating you up. If I had talked to my family about what I was going on, what I was going through with Jimmy, that shit would have ended so much fucking earlier. But I was conditioned not to say stuff from a young age when I was having difficulties. I was conditioned not to ask for help when I desperately needed it, because that would have made me weak. There is so much that is linked to me not being able to say I need help when I desperately needed help. When I desperately needed help. And I'm one of the luckier ones. I got out alive, and I got out relatively sane. So, talk to somebody. If you're sitting there and your brain is whirling with a million fucking thoughts, and you feel like you're trapped in your own head and you can't talk to somebody about it, or you'll be a burden if you talk to somebody. No, you won't. You're a human. You're not a burden. You're not wanted. And you're not loved. Talk, motherfuckers. Works. Also very passionate about that subject too. There we go. Do you have a lock, Mr. Tesseron? You do. And so does my Zan. I'm gonna go work. Gentlemen, where the fuck do you think you're going? Grizzly bear. Alright, Zan, you're hurt. But it really is one of those things where just talk. If you don't think you have somebody, there's somebody out there that will listen to you. I will listen to you. Anybody will listen. You just have to open your mouth and go, I'm here. I need help. Which is fucking hard. It's fucking hard. Or just to talk if you need to. Imperial Trader. Yeah, and that's about all I got on that. But it's very important to me. Go ahead and get that done. And we're going to go ahead and set these guys to their Zan. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys ready to go. Alright, so let's get everything. Alright, everything is uninstalled. We're waiting on Evans. Can you please? You guys are still waiting on Met corpses, huh? We're getting them. Good, good, good. Dan, where are you going? Repairing the Scythers. Good buddy. Hey, Mama.
Baby, I'm up again. I got up at 5. I heard you get Jerry up and all, and heard her leaving. Went back to sleep, woke up when I saw you again earlier. around 10.
Yep, that's when I got up.
And then, this is not normal to sleep this much.
Mama, Mama, you just been through a procedure. That puts stress on every bit of you. Everything, they said your heart is doing as okay as it can. Your veins look good except for your hip one, and we're going to go see the doctor about that Thursday.
Yeah.
Maybe stop taking your amitriptyline.
Yeah, or cut it in half.
I think maybe cut it in half.
Yeah, because I would never sleep this much, ever.
No, but the doctors did say it'd take you a while to heal up, and you did go through a pretty invasive procedure.
Alright, well, can we make some more tea?
I will make some. Yeah, I was planning on making some more tea when I do for dinner.
Sugar in it.
I only put a cup.
No.
No. If you got tea out of Clint and Jerry's fridge, that had 2 cups of sugar in it. The only one that has 1 cup is in our fridge.
I didn't know there was tea in our fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go get me a cup?
Yeah, I gotta go get me tea too. All right, so I'm gonna go and get my mama some tea. I will be right back. What do you guys think about what I'm saying here? Yes. Open thy mouths, run thy jaws, fucking talk. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get this trade done first, because then we'll watch people be silly. And it'll take me a minute. Let's see. Don't think I have any duplicates. My mom had a procedure last week. That's why we didn't have any stream Thursday. Because I was at the hospital all day, and that was exhausting. Hell, I ditched everybody in game, and I went to bed at like 7:30 and didn't wake up till the next day until like 11. And then my dumb ass had a fucking overnighter because I wanted to get shit done. And I'm still recovering from that because I'm an idiot. For those. Beautiful. Nobody's getting that crown. That's my crown. I stole it off the head of the Grand Poobah of the Broken Dominion with a cheat. Beautiful. Alright, we'll get the caravan sorted and situated, and we're going to hit the road, Jack. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go map world. I'm going to get my mom some tea. I'm going to go get me some tea. I'm going to get me a grape snack. And we're going to go here, reform caravan. And then we're taking him all the way to the menagerie. 5.1 days. Amazing. Alright, so we're going to go travel supplies. We're going to grab all the travel supplies on the map. I saw people with bedrolls that shouldn't have bedrolls. I don't know where the fuck they are. We're taking everything. Grabbing all the things. Alright, Ovum of Sin. Grizzly Bear, Tesseron. Let's grab the extra wood. Alright, that's all of our goodies. That's all of our people. And all of our travel supplies. Cindo Caravano. And I'm gonna go and get some stuff for my moms. Love you guys. Be right back. sitting on the countertop in front of the stools. I set the water down above the stool and the pan fell off on the other side again. All right, and back. Got me a grape snack, and got mom some tea, and me some tea, and got mom a grape snack. And now we have a raid. Where is raid? Jump to locale. Oh, it's here. Oh, you poor babies. You just don't know what you're in for, do you? I'm gonna go right there. What does? Get all of that goodies. Undraft my house mains. Beautiful. But yeah. Yep. We should go ahead and get contact. Now, do I have to flag my entire colony? No. But I'm going to. For pure shits and gigs. Yeah, don't know what you guys were thinking. Yep. What do you mean they're roaming away? There's no roaming to be done. Where's my marker? Right there. Perfectly intact. So odd. And just that quick. Hold on. I don't mind that either. Ooh, another Imperial Trader. No chickens. No chickens. Probably could use some extra books over here, but right now we're good. Charge rifle at 15%. We can get rid of that one. 59. Now, we have enough. I'm hoping we can offset that a little bit with something else. That boomalope. You can have the boomalope. It won't be long. Alright, let's give them 6,000 units of steel. 7,000 units of steel. 7,500 units of steel. 8,000 units of steel. 8,500. Perfect. Confirm. Orders. Let's pull urgent these. See, you're eating fruit. Aren't you worried about the parasite? No. Not really. One, I wash my fruits and vegetables. I'm not a Neanderthal. Two, nobody knows where it's coming from yet. And three, if the way I go out is because of a diddly ass parasite, I can live with that. I can live with that. Let's trade. Got a lava snail. Components. Oh, there's some advanced components. We're going to buy those. Extra glitter world. Extra components. Now, what do we have that we can sell them to offset that? Not a lot. Second chocolate. Alright, so we're going to back up on the components. We'd probably do the advance in the glitter world. What can we sell them? So a little bit of plasteel. We don't need it. Psychic shock lances. We probably need those. 94. There we go. And the baby elephant. And we absolutely should make it to the menagerie today. I don't know if we're going to make it to the ship launch site before year 52 is here. I don't know. Out of food, my ass. Is Travelers not set to Pemmican? It is now. See how that fixed stuff. $17.8 days of food. Yay, Pemmican. So it wasn't that bad. I just didn't know that we couldn't get steel and components and stuff on camps. I know that now. Means we'll probably have to settle the ship launch tile, which I'm fine with that. We'll sell it, then we'll abandon it. But that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tabs. 5 open tabs. That's fine. 5 open tabs of peoples. Now, they're gonna do their thing, so we're gonna go ahead and name our fleet. And we're gonna start with our oldest ones. So over here. So we've got 30 cars to take a look at. Let me see where the fuck I put my tablet. My tablet has been acting all sorts of fucking weird and crazy. And it keeps shutting down randomly, and it's one of the newer Galaxy 9 tabs. My sister got it for me for my last birthday because she loves me and she spoils me and she cooks me good food, even though she messes up every fucking single dish in the house. I just washed dishes day before yesterday. I didn't wash dishes yesterday because I was still feeling a little out of it and a little tired because my dumb ass decided I was going to stay up all night. I'm not old. I could stay up 20. I ended up staying up at a 3-hour nap. 48 minus 3. I ended up staying up like 45 hours conscious. And then when I went to go lay down, like I was done. Like I was out. And then the day before I didn't get a lot of sleep because my mama had her procedure, and I don't really sleep well before then. My anxiety is lower. It doesn't mean I don't still worry a bunch. Oh, it's a bot. Fuck off, bot. Get out of my chat. I just beat you. Come on, come get your spot, buddy. Thank you, GK. Damn bots all up in my shit. Fuck off. But, it looks like maybe it's gonna act okay today. It's got a full charge. And then I really want to get my Sudoku on here because me and Cages have, well, technically it's just me. I really want to beat him at something because he's infuriatingly good at everything he plays. It's fantastic because when you're playing as a team, it's excellent because I've always got somebody that has my back. However, this is not a team sport, so I've got to get the 50,000 points so that way I can beat him. I was going to ask my bro Chacha to help me, but that's cheating, and I've decided I'm not going to do it. But I've got to get back in the swing of playing Sudoku, and it's timed, and there's different difficulty levels. So, but I'll beat him. You guys watch this. It may take me a bit. Security alert. Yes, I know Steam can access my shit. I told them to. Steam can now access my YouTube videos because I want to start posting them there as well as on YouTube and Twitch. I want more people to see how cool my bases are and how pretty and how awesome my pawns are and how cute my cats are since I get a camera. I beat you. Is there any particular reason why you are standing on me just letting me pet you? Did you wake up and decide to choose violence today? Is that what's going on? And this is my stoic boy. He doesn't hardly purr, but he's been very affectionate here since the last fan incident where he just wants to snuggle all the time. He's getting needy in his old age as him is. They're ridiculously spoiled cats. I finally got them one of the, it's cheap. Now, the chair that I got was $100, super cheap. The thing for my door was the most expensive thing I bought, but I budgeted for all of this. Things budgeted for. Bills are covered through, I think, October. That doesn't mean I've been sitting on my ass not looking for work. I have. But, yeah, no, I'm gonna whoop his ass at Sudoku. Numbers are my jam. I will beat the 50,000, and out of spite I might get up to 60 just because I can. Because I'm an asshole in my own way. And it's fun. It's really fun. Alright, we got the Googles. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Let's start it at the top right here. We're going to go right here. We're going to change it from compact car to 1982 Buick Century. UICK Buick Century. There we go. Then, GK, do you remember what make and model the station wagon was? Nope. (1981) Ford LDT. Let's go. 1981 Ford LDT. There's I need the Chathams button. Get off my Twitch. Arg. Arg. You're gonna sit over there when you have the whole of my everything. You're an asshole. Alright, so there we go. We're gonna do a 1990 Ford Expedition for this one. That was my last car that me and my dad Explorer. Ah! Cat! I wasn't done naming that. There we go. Make sure I got it right. And then we're going to get into what are Sia's dream cars? What's Brochacha's dream car? So if you guys have never seen it, in the epic music video She Got Legs by ZZ Top, there is a 1933 Ford Eliminator. I want one of those with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. That thing was like, I didn't even look at the lady getting out of the car. I was captivated by the car, because they have it featured in like a whole lot of shots, right? And that is one of the first cars I can remember going, oh, Daddy, that's pretty. And man, I tell you what, dream car of mine. Absolute dream car of mine. That's a 1933 Ford Eliminator. Beautiful. GK Bud, what's your dream car? And then we're going to go ask my mama. And then we're going to type my friends and ask them what their dream cars are. Text. Alright, I'm going to ask her that. I'm going to... Alright, I'm going to take that and copy it and text my other friends. And Belinda. And Tater. And a Bun Bunny. they're gonna be like, oh my god, Lulu's got money. An RX-7. That's a text them from GK. Dang it, I hate it when it does that. Sometimes if I swap out, it doesn't give me the last chatham. So I have to open Twitch in a new thingy. That's a pain in the buttons. Twitch. Chrome was updated. Me. My channel. My live is already muted. 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. Yes, baby. That, yes. Absolutely, yes. And then we got, Cages has already responded to, so let's get back in the game. And Tater's back, and my friends are already, like, absolutely fucking on it. Alright, so we're going to go by people that responded first. So that's the Eliminator. This one is a, let's see, RX-7. Hey, Tater.
Hey, Lulu.
What are you doing, buddy?
Scraping paint off of the floor.
I'm sorry to bug you. I know you're working, but I'm naming my fleet after my family's favorite cars. So I had to make sure that I've got you on there.
Yeah, my dream car is a first generation Mustang 65, 66, somewhere in there. Like, if I had the money, I'd go buy one.
No, I know, Pumpkin. Mine is a 1933 Ford Eliminator. It's the car off of ZZ Top's Legs.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Alright. And did you text that to me?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
1965 Ford Mustang. Oh, hell yeah. Do you want it with the, like, the stripes? Or, I didn't fall into $1 billion. I can't get it for you. I am naming my fleet in Rimworld after everybody's favorite cars.
I was about to say, did Lulu win the lottery? Like, she'd be a Mustang?
Baby, if I had money, you would have all of your heart's desires. I would buy the best lawyer on the face of the planet and just let you go and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. Buy you whatever you wanted to buy, take you wherever you wanted to go. If money was no option, my pumpkin, you would have the world, moon, stars, and the planets, and I would fuck with anybody that tried to say no.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's healthy, love'ems, pumpkin, but that's the way I love you. Unfortunately, you were born in a family that's fucking broke. You're also on stream, by the way. I forgot to tell you that the first bit. I don't think you'd mind.
Yeah, I prefer older stuff.
So, the classic pony. Like, you can't get any more classic. And then, you know how I bitch about how cars sound too loud? The one exception to that is the Mustang. Because it's meant to sound like she's growling. Trucks, I get it. I do get it. I don't like it, but I get it. But Harleys and trucks are supposed to sound like they're about to fucking eat you.
Yeah.
Or Harleys and Mustangs, not trucks. Trucks are supposed to be work trucks, get shit done. Not that you can hear them from 65,000 miles away. And most of the time they're being driven by fat old bald guys. Yeah.
But honestly, if I had it, I wouldn't have it very loud.
Mm-mm. No. No, absolutely.
I want one that looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
I know. I was talking earlier about. Do you remember the Blueberry Death Trap?
Yeah.
I want to get one of those and completely restore it. From ship to stern. I want to get one and completely restore it. Joker purple on the outside, lime green on the inside.
Nah.
Yeah, buddy.
I need to. I need to start trying to fix my red and white truck. My '88.
Papa's truck.
Yeah.
I know, bud. Do we want to put Papa's on there too? Do you remember the year?
It's a '88 C1500.
88 C1500.
But yeah, if I had a second choice, it'd be that. Is I got that one, and then my newest one's the '96 2500, the diesel.
How was your fleet coming along? Pretty good?
It's alright.
Pumpkin, if I had the money, I'd bankroll you in a heartbeat. You always have the funnest schemes.
Oh man. I'm just trying to keep my four-wheeler fixed.
Yeah, speaking
every time something breaks, it's $2,000-$3,000.
Ow. Speaking of pumpkin nibbling, my favorite nibbling. You are making sure that Jason is as safe as he can be on those things. I know I have anxiety. I just want to make sure that you guys are being safe with him. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're
He's
being
not allowed on mine.
And you're being safe too?
I haven't had the money to go play, so I haven't had the money to not be safe.
How's Kiki?
She's alright, but I've got to get back to work.
All right. I love you, Pumpkin. Tell your dad I said hello, and I love him too, and I'll let you get back to work. Ask him what his favorite car is and text me. His dream car.
Alright.
All right. Love you, baby.
Love you.
Bye, Punk. Ooh. All right, so let's see. We've got the Eliminator. We've got the 1995 Mazda RX-7. Then we've got Taters, which is a 1965 Ford Mustang. Is that? Yeah, no E on the end of that. Ford Mustang. All right, and then we've got Papa's old truck, which definitely deserves a spot on here. He's had that since longer than the kiddos have been alive. 1988, I believe he said. Chevy C1500. Beautiful. I wish we could color these. Again, that is a mod that I can't add. All right, let's see who else has got back to me super fast. Belinda wants a Firebird convertible, so let's see what year. All right, so that would be a 1969 Pontiac Firebird. Man, you guys got great taste in cars. 1968 P. Beautiful. All right, we still have more cars to go, but that was from Belinda. She's an old coworker of mine and a really good friend. That's the friend that I go to when we go to conventions and when we diamond paint together and when you have crafting dates. I need to go see her this coming week. Coming up. You spend time with your friends. What can I say? We should have Harley's. Lisa and Jellybean are a little slow responding because they're doing shit. But let's go ask my mama. Let's go ask my mama what her dream car is. Eve. Oop. On my way to go bug my family. Hey, mama.
Yeah.
What is your dream car? If you didn't have to worry about money. I'm naming in Rimworld of all of our family's dream car. What is your dream car? If you could have any car.
1965 Mustang.
You and Tater picked the same car.
Huh?
You and Tater picked the exact same car.
In a cherry red.
Okay.
That's
That's the only car.
the only car.
You guys have heard it. You guys have heard it. The only car is a 1955 or 65 Ford Mustang. You heard it.
Cherry red.
Cherry red. Awesome. Alright, so we got another Ford Mustang to put on there. We have to put on there cherry red. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Cherry red 65 Mustang. There we go. Alright. My dad. Both of my dads. Let's see. My dad had a car with a T-top. Let me see if I can figure out what kind. And it was a Pontiac Trans Am. Yep. So this is one that I have mixed feelings about because one of the worst ass beatings I ever got as a child, and saying ass beaten is kind of diminishing it. No, it's not kind of diminishing it. It is diminishing it. My dad was smushed by a MARTA bus. He was working for MARTA at the time. The year was 1987. Mom had already taken us down to Florida, and this was before he kidnapped us. Another long story, but I am a kidnapping and hostage victim. Just so you guys know. 2 separate incidences. I've had a really, really strange and weird life, guys. But, to get back on target. One of the worst beatings I ever got as a child. Was my dad got his payout in 1990. And I don't mind talking about this because you guys know the more you talk about shit, the better everything gets. So we gonna talk about it. He had it for probably 6 months. We weren't allowed to play in it. We weren't allowed to eat in it. You know, just get in and ride with him. But we were supposed to always take care of it. Like, we would have to wash it. We'd have to make sure the T-tops were, in correctly. And you got to think about it. 91, I would have been 9 years old. Responsible for the care, maintenance, keep up, making sure the T-tops were locked, and all that good stuff at 9. Just give you guys a general overview. We were living in Tucker at the time. We were living next to a really nice older couple, and we had a house with the basement and all kind of stuff. That's the house that Jerry ran into the wall and got her head stuck, and we had to call the ambulance and the cops. It was a whole mess. But Pontiac Trans Am. But to get back to the story, and it's not a fun story, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. My dad had it for about 6 months, and us girls weren't allowed to play in it. You know, I say we, but I was the one responsible for making sure that it stayed nice and pretty and all that stuff. I'd wash it once a week and make sure the T-tops were locked, and I knew how to take the T-tops off, put them back on, put them in the sleeve, all that stuff. One day, Daddy comes home, and he is furious. So if you guys have ever been around parents that have short fuses and heavy hands, you guys learn to kind of read them. You have to. It's a safety mechanism. You have to know when shit's about to hit the fan, because shit always hit the fan. So you start paying attention to the adults in your life that hurt you, so that way you can know at least when to expect it and to make sure your sisters hide. And there was no hiding that day. My dad came in. He was furious. His face was red. His hands were clenched. And he grabbed me and sat me outside in the driveway and told me to stay. And then he went and got my sisters. And then he sat there and looked at us and said, "What's wrong?" And we shook our heads. We didn't know, but we knew better than to speak. He opened the passenger side, because there's no two doors on this thing. It's just a one door. He opened the passenger side and told us to get in, and we got in. He proceeded to take us on the scariest ride of my life. It was even before the motorcycle accident. That was terrifying. So he gets in, and the place we are in Tucker is right close to where the Spaghetti Junction is. So he gets in the car, and there's no music. And with my dad and my daddy, both of my parents, they loved listening to music loud. So we got in the car, and he turned the radio off. And then he proceeded to fucking floor it. So all three of us were in the back seat, and I don't even think Lisa was buckled up. She was in the center. I was on the opposite side of Daddy. So I was in the passenger seat in the back. Lisa was in the middle, and Jelly was in the other seat. And he proceeds to fucking floor it. I don't know how fast he was going. Where I was sitting, I couldn't see the speedometer. I was really looking at his face. And the longer we sat there in silence, the more pissed he got. So he drove us around for about an hour. And when we got back to the house, he told us to stay in the car. Got out, left the car running, and came back. He came back with a connector piece for his shop vac. So if you guys have never seen a shop vac, I don't know anybody who hasn't seen one, but if you've seen one, you'll know it's got the black flexible part, and then it's got the black hard plastic part that usually attaches to a different adapter at the end depending on what you're cleaning. He took us out one at a time, starting with me, and he proceeded to use that hard plastic piece of that vacuum cleaner and whopped the shit out of me. I didn't make it to the second swap before I was screaming and crying. He did this outside in front of God and everybody. Then he got to Lisa, then he got to Jerry, and then by the time he was done, we were all sitting there standing up because we couldn't sit down, and bawling our eyes out. And he turned and looked at us and said, "Shut the fuck up before I kill you." And we shut up. Very, very easy thing to do. We just shut up. So, what was it over? Why was he so mad? Because there was bubblegum in the floorboard of the back seat. We didn't find out till after the whipping was done, and he asked us which one of us had bubblegum. If he had taken a half of a second to think, he would have realized he hadn't bought us bubblegum. We weren't allowed to chew bubblegum. And then I tried to tell him that our cousin, little Ricky, was the last one in the back seat, and he did have bubblegum because Skeeter bought him bubblegum. And he looked at me and he said it didn't matter. Didn't matter. So I have a little bit of bad associations with that car. And what's funny in the long run is he destroyed that car. In the end, it wasn't us girls that messed anything up. It was him. Between all of his work stuff and bringing parts in and out of the cars and doing everything else, he got plastered one night and took it out for a joyride, and didn't check that the T-tops were locked, and both T-tops flew out on the highway. He got a ticket for that. And by the time 94, 95, 96, somewhere in there, 94 probably, in only 4 years, he had taken it from showroom perfect to beyond trashed. Beautiful car, horrible memory. But you guys get to share it with me now too, because talking about shit helps. Oh boy. I asked him once about it after he got out of prison, and I didn't know this, but it was about a year before he passed, and he said, "I don't remember that." And I would like to think he was being honest about that, but I don't think he was. I don't think he was at all. All right, we got some more, and hopefully this got better memories associated with them. But that's important. Let's see, who else did we get? We got a GK with a 79 Pontiac Trans Am, or a 2014 Chrysler 300 SRT8. What's the SRT8? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Is that one a pretty car? 2014. Chrysler. Uh, 300 SRTB. Oh my. That is gorgeous. That's got one of those the big fronts. That is beautiful. All right, so we're going to add that one because it's the next one on our list. 2014 YSLER. Ooh, that's why that front end is so fucking large. It's got a fucking 470 in it. $392. Hemi V8 engine, 470 horsepower, 470 a torque. 0 to 60 in about 4 point. That is amazing. I forgot to put the 2014 in there. Oh, that's what happened. Yep, 2014 CHR YSL VR 300 SRT. And 8. Beautiful. All right, see what else do we got on our list? Looks like Bunny came in. The GT 500. Oh. All right, now I need a year. Now, if you haven't noticed, there's a very distinct pattern that we've got going on here. Nearly all of these are muscle cars. Nearly all of these are muscle cars. Sorry if that was some heavy shit, but again, you know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, man. People wailing on their kids was like the norm. Spare the rod and spoil the child shit. Good news, that shit is almost completely gone now. Oh, we do have some damn America. Fuck yeah. GT 500. I'm betting. Oh, let's see which one. I just need a year, because there's a lot of Shelbys, buddy. We're just going to go ahead and go, and that's definitely a GTs. Those are Fords. Ah! Dude. Yeah, the RX, it's definitely a muscle truck. RX-7. Believe it or not, it is not a muscle car. I mean, it's not a monster truck. It's a muscle car. Still muscle cars. The RX-7. A Ford Raptor. Ah. I don't know if you caught that, but Tater was like, "Did you win the lottery?" I was like, "No." And Jasa. Me personally, let's make sure we got everybody's on there. Mustang, Chrysler. Me personally, if I had to pick a truck, it would be the Toyota Hilux. I just don't know how to spell it. And only because the only reason why I know about this truck is fucked. I watch a series by Madman Fenrir called American Wizard. I normally watch fuzzy stuff. Fuzzy, happy, silly stuff. So getting into American Wizard was a little out of my comfort zone. Oh, got it. Yeah, I did ask Dream Car. Jason's like, Oh, okay. The little monster is coming in hardcore. Let me get the Hilux on here. So that's how I know what a Hilux is, and it's stupid because they borrow it from the Ukrainian paladin to go and get a mythical cup that will produce any drink you ever want to help rebuild the bar because they burned it down during a bar fight. So that's the whole reason why I know what a Hilux is, and I want one if I could pick up truck. Hilux. Doesn't matter what year on that one. And then the boy comes very specifically with a Chevrolet Corvette ZR1X. Oh, and it's got a fin. How dare you, boy? Alright, so we got a time of giving, so it is going to be year 52. That is glorious. Alright, so let's go and get this one in. This one is a... we're going to go with the latest one, the 2026. Chevy Corvette ZR1X. Oh, I love you too, Pumpkin. Love you too, Pumpkin. I miss you every day. Alright, there's that. And a time of giving opportunity, and we're almost... We got 3 more for this fleet. Well, I can't leave Precious off the list. 2020 Hyundai Elantra. Before you guys go, oh, that's a shitty car. It may be a shitty car, but I love it. I love my little Precious. Yep. We've also got a Tingies. Ah, there it is, the Grey Paul. Alright, did we miss out on that quest? Let's see. I don't think so. No, we got 7 days to get the rest of that. Alright, that's Silly Sister Chat-ons. All right. All right. My sister Lisa is in with a Jeep Rubicon, and we will do that one. All right. Got a medium second drone. We're also going to take care of that too. Where are you? Vicon. Alrighty. Let me get a picture of that super quick for the Chathams. And so my sisters, the kids have already asked if I won the lottery, and they're sitting there laughing in chat. Gigi likes her 2024 Jeep Renegade. So that's the one we're going to put on there. 2024 Jeep. Jeep Renegade. Beautiful. All right, so that's the first bit of the fleet. We got some inspired creativities. And that female drone is here, so we're going to have us a little bit of a pleasure pulse. Invoker is going to be Soren. Where's my Soren boy? I hate that it's not like Soren. There you are. DK, Aria. And one more. Let's put Yvonne up there. Only 75% because I don't have an actual full virtual room, and that's fine. And then I put in something in the chat that's going to make my sister nuts. And that's everything that's there. Let's check on these guys. They're almost there. They've only got 1.5 days and 12 days left of food. That's excellent. But yeah. Yeah. Super excited about all this. There's my music. He's puking at my don't yuck my yum. Alright, everybody's answered but Lori. And that's fine. Got moms. Well, that's everybody in my Chathams right there. My sister's like, nah, that car is fine as fuck. Yes. Yes, it is. 1933 Ford Eliminator, my dream car. That's awesome. And then we're probably just going to get a random list for that second bit. Or I can name the next bit later when I have more time to poll people. Oh, I could put a poll up on YouTube. That's what I could do. Let's do that. All right. Studio. Studio. Ba-da, ba-da-da. All right, YouTube Studio. Let's see. How do we put up a poll? Community tab. Comments for your posts and mentions. It's going to be interactions. Channel content. Dashboard. I know there's a thing for polls. Channel customization. Auto library. Content detection. Blah, blah, blah. Community. It's about 12 miles a gallon. That Jeep, the Rubicon? Yes. Yes, it does. Justin Suber. Are you kidding me? Okay, so that's an old friend of ours. Old. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we'll see what happened there. That Jeep is a look at me like Jeep, don't get me wrong. Price is too much, and the price is too guys and this obnoxious and ostentatious on purpose. And I knew how to pronounce that word. Haha. No, I agree. But again, don't yuck somebody else's jump. She likes it. She said she's got more comments on it. The fuck? Cece's got hoe shorts. Rock them hoe shorts. That's funny. Alright, so we'll put a poll up, and I'm going to go now and see if I can't figure out how to put a poll up on the YouTubes. How to put up a poll on YouTube. Go. Create, post, and button. So create, content. Make that a little bit bigger. I don't have mobile. YouTube desktop, I think. Post. There we go. Create. Posts. Create post. Alright, we're going to go post. We're going to do a text poll. Cancel that. We're going to do post. Huh. Alright. Text poll is there. Go there. I guess a community question then, if it's on a poll. Alright, we'll probably have to do that later because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing live on Camry, and that never hurts. Oh my god. He got arrested for offering an undercover DJ for some crack. Okay. Yeah, no, that tracks. Stay off of drugs, people. Or don't. I'm not your boss. But also, that shit. Alright, so there is our trade-ums. Let's go ahead and get that done. And we'll have a Festivus, and then we'll get to the menagerie. Definitely the meds. Let's see what else. You guys are like, you know, you really do say some weird shit when you're streaming. No, I don't say weird stuff. I talk about my experiences and who I am as a person and what I've been through, because somebody out there might have gone through the same thing or a similar thing. And you just got to know that it gets better. It does get better. It's just meth. Oh my. Alright, so I don't really have anything to sell them unless there's broken gear here. It's a 77. We'll get that out of the way. 51. That's a poor cataphract helmet. We'll go ahead and sell that one off too. Looks like everything else is good. We'll go ahead and max them out. They should already be maxed out though. We want to make sure that we get all of this hauled urgently too. Well, my guys are just chillaxing. Okay, time for a Festivus for the rest of us, and it looks like I needed another light source in the center here. Some marble dark light brazier. Let's get a jade one. Can we do a gold one? Oh, we can. Alright, so that's center mass. That's center mass. No, this was according to this post, he was rearrested 2 days ago. And we knew Justin Saber. We all went to school with him. Me, not for a long time, but I'm trying to ask Lisa. I'm asking her now. It'll be just a minute. Man, 3 hours goes fast when you're talking shit, don't it? I don't want that guy doing that. I want one of my good workers. Let's go construction. And Jace is one of my top constructors. So let's get Jace out here. Jace. Asparagus, back the fuck off, buddy. As soon as she gets back to me, I'll let you know. Alright, so what was the... Oh, that doesn't have a quality designation. Good to know. They just lit. Alright, and they're going to run that and get that done. I do want to check and make sure that we still have plenty of fungus. 41,000 units we do. I worry for nothing. Alright, let's get our Festivus ready. I'll go ahead and draft everybody. Except for these two. They know why they don't go. Alright, so she's reading the article. What is that? A flash storm? Is that... Where is that? That could be dangerous, but I got all my guys set to unrestricted, so they should immediately go and fix that. Alright, and today we are going to have... where's GK? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, there you are. Begin time of giving, and the last mate and the last purified do not get to go. Right. Ignore that yawn. It had no permission to come out. There we go. An unforgettable time of giving. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've got 3 colonists idle. And they're idle over here, which means I need to move my mining equipment. Alright, let's get some people on moving those over. Alright, that's all done. These also need to be moved, so we're going to reinstall this one there. And this one there. It is time to move everything around and over. Alright, and that is our Chathams. You saw that there. Alright. Oh my fucking god. Sex offender failure to register. Alright, so there's that. Oh boy. I swear. Alright, and our guys should be... Oh yeah, they're about to land. And we have our list of everybody that's going, so nobody will get confused. I've got it on my board. And I think we have just a few left of these to go. I'm going to reinstall that one there. And then I have a few more. Do we know where the other deep drills are? Probably not. Absolutely make it where people won't go. Excuse me. There is one. I don't think I have any more in here. Let's put that one there, and that doesn't have any power to it, so move that one there. Ryan, get that one. Go with Francis for this one. Yes, I know who's who just by looking at the first initials, mostly. All right, let's put that there and put that there. Well, if he thought he was soliciting somebody that was underage or, you know, asking if they were underage, that would have done it. But also, just fucking gross, man. It's fucking gross. Alright, looks like most of the fire is outside of the base, which will be fine. Everything else looks good and doesn't even look like the floors were damaged. That's awesome. Yep. And my people will be here very, very shortly. And before that happens, I'm going to go take me a quick restroom break so I can move my fucking cat that has got me on 45% of the chair again. This is not your bed, it's my chair. I will be right back. Hang tight. Oh. Dude, I really cannot sit on the metal part of that. It hurts my butt. Hi, Jake. Alright, you big chonking huffing cat. Alright, listen. We gotta have a talk about why you're taking up 85% of the chair and I only get 15%. Alright. Well, my family, I love them so much. But yeah, no, sometimes you just don't ever know. Sometimes people, and we're here. Oh my goodness, we're actually here. All right, first thing we're going to do is to get the elephants to go in a different area. So we're going to go elephants. We'll put them all to train. And then we're going to send just enough to pack. And you guys, I would like you guys to go to the aviary. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure everything hasn't been unloaded yet, so let's go ahead and get our gear unloaded. That's not the way to do that. Let's go elephant 1. Drop. Elephant calf 1. Elephant calf 2. Elephant 3. Elephant calf 3. Now, the whole reason why I have everybody coming to the menagerie is, one, I want them to be able to say goodbye to all of their family members and friends. And two, we have people here that are going with, that live here. So, pretty sure we're picking them up as well. And we'll go over that list here in just a second. And we'll get everything ready to go for our ship launch. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably going to be a little hinky. So the sweet spot in getting this done is to get it before we have too much wealth. And we really want to set that off so that way we don't have waves we can't sustain or survive. And yes, that is the theme of Gerudo Valley from Ocarina of Time. That's my sister's Chatham's thing. No worries. All of my family have specific ringtones. I'm still working on Jason's, but Silly Sister Chatham's is Gerudo Valley from the Ocarina of Time, because that is one of my favorite video games. Definitely one of my favorite tracks, period. I'm going to do some orders. We're going to go ahead and get all of this hauled urgently because we have to. And no storage space for pemmican. That, I could see that. Let's put the pemmican here. Pemmican. Alright, so that should fix that. Yes. Absolutely awesome. Got a medical emergency. Ah, yes, because you need a tea. Beautiful. Alright, and that'll get done very quickly. And then Homicidal, our favorite little foot fetishy boy, is just about to be an adult. We've got a mechanoid missing parts and mechanoids needing repairs. So we're going to, I don't like them being outside, so I'm going to take Zan. Where's my Zanny boy? We're going to draft him. We're going to put him right over here, and we're going to set his mechs to escort. And it does suck seeing old friends in bad ways, but sucks even more that those connections get broken. But that's something that happens with time. Unbun and me, that's the thing. We used to be so close, and just over the years we drifted away. I still text her, and she texts me every once in a while. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I wish we would have kept in better contact. But sometimes it just is what it is. You get your butt right there and snuggle. Silly kitty. We're also going to go ahead and put down the paint floor option, and we're going to get the burnt umber, which is one of my favorite colors. And we're just going to drag and drop this because we don't have to worry about painting those floors, because those floors cannot be painted. Beautiful. We'll get that done, and slowly this will be exactly the way I want it to be. Alright, so Zan, we go ahead and put your guys to normal self-recharge, and you can draft, bud. I do have some couples that are sleeping apart at the moment. We can fix that, so that should be Binks and Lando. and Lando. And then we've got Queen. I want to rearrange you, baby, just a little bit. Set owner. Unassign Chris and Moss. There we go. And that should be enough beds for everybody. Darwin. Oh no. Unassign. Source shit gets that bed. You don't get to keep the main room, bud. And what do they do when they all get back together for the first time? Oh, no, that's not here. That's at home. Okay. But to say, my undignified little assholes start frickin' fighting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got some tattered apparel on people. Let me go take a look. Gear. Nothing's forced, I don't think. Let me go to assign tab. Clear forest. Clear forest. Clear forest. Those we're not going to clear because they're silly. So, and that just happened because they got beat up as fuck. So that thing. Also, I see what's going on there. Alright, looks good. We're almost to a new year. I'm going to try to keep us at the new year. And then to celebrate all of our people coming together, tomorrow we will have us a dance party over here for the funsies. But everybody should have beds. Nobody should be sleeping on the floor. We got to remember to take Epsilon with us as well. Alright, so if you want over there, that's perfectly fine. I just need to adjust. Good kitty. Just my handhold too. So I got a little cooler for my laptop. It's a little cheap thing. And it works great. Keeps my computer nice and cool, even when I'm playing Guild Wars 2, which is resource intensive. Because I have the everything set to fucking, ultra high everything. So that's a thing. But that's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Tattered apparel. Still on Ubel. Ubel, get some fucking clothes, chick. Alright, so we've got that done. We're going to wait till that gets... Oh, I love the texture on that floor. That sterile tile, and all of this is ideology flooring, which is going to make my people very happy. That is the number one reason. We're also going to go ahead and get some wildlife. Take out the muffalos, donkeys, the ostriches. We're going to try to let's tame the iguanas. And everything else gets hunted because we want to tame them, feed them up, get their coats nice and good for killing time. Speaking of killing time, we all went out yesterday. I didn't wake up till 10. We went to the grocery store, we went and go run errands, and we cooked. And by the time all that was done, it was like 5, 6 o'clock. So I was like, nah, no stream today. Don't have to worry about Zia. Perfect. Don't have to worry about my Zia girl either. So it's when we're sitting there and we're listening, and I love old country. I didn't used to, because you grow up around something, you get kind of a little about it. We're listening to one song yesterday. This killing time is killing me, making myself blind, thinking I won't see. And if I cross that line, would you marry me? And just might find I'll be killing time for eternity. Hadn't heard that song in a bit, and it's been floating around in my head like a brain worm. I need to share that with everybody. Alright, get a couple of Hollands on that, and we'll wait till tomorrow morning. We'll have us a dance party because everybody's back. And I also want to get a good, decent colony count. I think we're still at 68 colonists between all of the tiles. Elephants are out there. Definitely more than enough nutrition for them. And we're going to send them with just enough elephants to haul shit. Again, we're only taking what we took originally. I've got my list. And we're going to load them up the same way we loaded them up from the Empire. Oh my goodness. That run is still very close and dear to my heart. I hate the fact that I lost that run. But it's a thing that happens, especially when you mod a game. Sometimes it happens. Alyssa Mad, don't have to worry about you, baby. So, prioritize hunting the buffalo. Thank you. Alright, also, I wanted to take a look at our berry bushes. There's a little neat trick that you can do with zones. But again, I don't think I want any more zones. My computer's doing very well with all the additions that we had, all the mods that we've got to help us with the loading and unloading of that, the pawn ticks. It's going really well. We're still hitting about 35 to 40 seconds an in-game hour, which is basically kind of speed 1. But it's fine because, you know, I don't expect any more infrastructure than what we're going to do here in the next week or two, because the same amount of time and resources going into the ship launch base will be put into the Virus. So, and worst case scenario, if it gets to be going, you know, if everything gets to be like super shitty, I can sacrifice the base. This base, not our home base, but I can sacrifice this base and just have the base and the ship. But not until the zoo is completed. So I do have a plan. Don't freak out. I do have a plan in case everything goes tits up, because that's just the way I am. I like to be prepared. We'll put up a community post on YouTube. I'll ask everybody that's comes in and watches our stuff what their favorite make and model of cars are. I've got another 15 slots. The first 15 people give me their favorites. We'll go ahead and put them in. We've got a drought. That could be devastating here if we get another fire, so we'll just have to take a look at that. And the crops grow a little slower. Woo. Fun. What are we doing on time? We've got about 20 more minutes, which should be enough time for us to get to the next day. For sure, or the next year. This will be year 52. And it is morning time, so we're going to go ahead and get everybody drafted. And everybody can participate here. I'm going to pull everybody there. And we're going to have Lulu start this one. We're just waiting on the rest of my people to get here. Shouldn't take too much longer. There's Alyssa Mad. She's on her way. And we're going to have Lulu start the party. Lulu, I want you to undraft and begin the dance time. So it's at 100% and begin. Look at my little babies go, shaking the booties. And we are getting everybody in armor, which is fan-fucking-tastic. I do miss the Empire run, though. That was a lot of fun. It was more focused on decoration than progression. It was more focused on the pawns and stuff. I didn't have nearly as many pawns as I do now. But it was also a slower run. It was also a doomed run, although I didn't know it at the time I started it. And we should be hitting on 20 days of actual playtime. Now, there is not a record for the longest Rimworld game played because, of course, it can be modded. So there's not really a metric for that. But since all of mine are, I haven't played this game where it's not been on film or not been captured in stream. So that's actually a really good thing. We do have a couple of mods, but I'm okay with having the longest running mod time. That's fine. Speaking of, let's check that out. Let's go to our history. Our base statistics. Oh, no. Just 14 days. Almost 15. So we're not quite at 20 yet, but we will be. Like, definitely. We've got a Muffalo Revenge. We've got total colony wealth. This map is a little bit lower than the other one. 43 colonists killed. Yeah, that tracks. Because, yeah, a lot of my guys have been, killed repeatedly. Brianna, Emo Revenge. I don't believe I have to worry about that, but we're going to check. Just, oh no, that's Queen. Queen's got this all day. All day, every day. We may have to store all the animals that we get. It's also something that we may have to do. It's a complete waste of this upper part if I do that. But again, I've got enough beddings for quite a few pets. Quite a few. Quite a few. So as we space it out, get to just keep the females out for viewers for viewing. Just have the females out. That should help us stop with all the babies and all that stuff that needs to be handled long term. So it's awesome a plan. Let's go take a look at the wildlife tab and see what else we got out here. We've got not anything I want to go hunt. This one is 3.2 days. Timekeeper's Dynasty. 10 people. 4 wasters. We're running a little low on flash still. All my people are awake. Also, how much longer do I have to get that survey? 4 days. We'll have to start that tomorrow. Got 2 days left of the year. Yeah, we'll have to start that tomorrow. But let's go ahead and do this. We're going to accept for the plasteel. And then we're going to go ahead and load up our top 10. Alright, so our first 10 rather. Let's put that one down there because she's Herdums. I know the shuttle's leaving. You need to move. I need to grab the 10 people. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we're going to grab these guys. Put them in the shuttle. I'll go ahead and get that done. That's actually worth it. It's only 4 wasters. And our base is beautiful and pristine and going through a grape hall at the moment, which is perfectly fine. We'll get that done because we need the other core. And where'd the shuttle go? Oh, at the wrong hizzy. My sister heard me say that. She's like, don't say that. Which is amazingly awesome. Alright, and we got a new encounter started. We're going to go here. We're going to watch where they land. And then we are going to absolutely, completely fuck them up. So we've got our 10 guys. We're going to go here. Alright. So what we're going to do isn't fair. It's not right. But we're absolutely going to do it anyway. See all these guys down here that I have that call aid that we haven't used in a billion years? Well, we're going to change that. And we're going to let somebody else deal with our problems. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job. I'm going to go here, orders, we're going to claim everything. It is now all ours. Let me get my peoples. Let's go see if there's anything, any kind of goodies in here. We're going to deconstruct that. We're going to deconstruct that. Do I want to get... Ooh, crafting at a 12. I'm going to set this for prisoners. Now we'll set that for prisoners, and then we're going to go burn you on draft, capture them. You on draft, capture them. You on draft. Oh, yeah. And draft, and you capture them. Everybody should have medicine on them. I'm gonna go prisoner, set them to the good meds, and then we also want to see what's in the door. Alright, nothing's left. Yeah. Alrighty then. Alright, let's get all our goodies. You guys can undraft now. Let's go ahead and get some of these down. I think I only needed 4 total, but that's fine. You guys are getting fixed. This is being done. I don't need anything else. Contents unknown. Let's go ahead and open the gibbet cages. Let's put these guys to proper rest. Which means I need more. I need more than just those few. There you go. Alright. Wolverine Rebel dead. Markdos Tactician dead. Cambiar. Oh, poor Cambiar. Tortured Artist, kind delicate. I don't think I want to waste a Resurrector mech signet on somebody that I'm not going to keep long term. That's for sure. But we're going to go ahead and get everybody sent. Get everybody back to the hizzy. And then we're going to take a look and see how everybody's adapting at the menagerie. Allow that dead body. Alright, so we're going to haul that guy urgently. And that's all the gibbet cages. I hate that for them. No medical emergencies though, so that's awesome. And we're going to go ahead and load up to go home. Load up everybody and all of our prisoners. Items. Simple meals, fine meals, components to steel. And the wood. Accept. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and set my prisoner preferences while we're here. So we're going to convert, and convert. Kaz, can I get you to bury them super quick? And then we'll get everybody home, check out, see how everybody's working in the menagerie, and then that's going to be it for me today. Get everybody home, get them comfortable. Everybody here has already had a beautiful dance party. And it looks like everybody is in good mood, so I don't see anybody else having an issue. We also want to expand the zone just a smidge, because I think we got a couple more places, things that need. Got some infections on Aronson. And I wanted to check and see how many kibbles we have. 391,000 kibbles. Up, maize. We're also doing really good on the food. Our fungus is going to be low, and that's okay. We're working on getting that built up a little bit, but that's going to take time. Shuttle has arrived for everybody. So, Victor, I want you to... oh, somebody's already got him. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't think they'll escape, but at the moment it should be okay. Dawn. Yvonne's got him. You can go just... Alright, go up here. Let's check on everybody. Everybody looks really good. And really situated. Let's go see if we got somebody to raid today, because I got 3 of you nutter butters in here with me, and I appreciate the fuck out of that, by the way. We're going to raid a channel. Myth. 778 viewers. False Symmetry. And Carnage. No, none of the little ones. I don't think anybody has any raids open. Nope. Can't raid, can't raid, can't raid. Well, I tried, guys. But anyway, thank you guys so very, very much for coming and hanging out. We finally did phase 1 of the ship launch. We've got another day to go till year 52, but we'll do that the next time. I don't want to go over 3 hours. It's a good block. I got a lot of good comments about shortening my Rimworld series timers for the VODs, because I can't... I'm talking about editing. We'll get into that next stream. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see ya next stream. Love you guys. See you. Bye.